Okay, you're live. Okay, so I'm not going to call this like a challenge. I wrote in the description, if you have issues with your knees, then email me and I'll give you something else. If you want to join us in our little 30-day sonar thing, this is what we're going to do, okay? So first, we're going to do 10, 10, 10. I'm only going to do 5 jumping jacks because the boys get a little excited. But we'll start with, and if you need to start with 5, start with 5. At 2. So jumping jacks, old school jumping jacks, just 5. Okay, cool. They didn't get too upset. And then the straight to the next thing will be lunges. I like to use breath, but you'll have your hands on your shoulders. I like to make it inhale, both legs about the width of your hips, maybe a little wider. Make sure your tailbone is tucked. So it's inhale, exhale. Keep your booty tucked, not sticking out. Breathe in up and breathe out down. Last 3. Uno más. Okay, so 10, 10. The last one is hands behind the head, shoulders relaxed. So I walk around my house doing this, but I'll show you in place. But lunge walking, so 5 on each side. I hope that makes sense. So you won't believe, like even someone like me, I'm in decent shape, but starting like this, I'm excited for us, okay? But don't take too much time in between. Sorry that I'm talking. Hands behind the head, shoulders relaxed. 1, knee down, touch. 2, I'm gonna walk off the screen, right? 3, 4, 5, that's easier, right? 6, last 3. Then we're even on both sides, right? 2, last 1, and that's it. So 10 jumping jacks, 10 lunges. My friend was like, we're gonna do this. My friend that I train with, he's like, you're gonna do, he said 5. He said, you're gonna do 5 jumping jacks. I was like, fuck, why am I out of breath? So you're gonna do 5 jumping jacks, 5 squats, 5 walk lunges. Sorry. I was like, the walk lunge thing doesn't make sense because if I'm doing 5 of them right side, left side, one of my legs is gonna be stronger than the other. He's like, you're right, that makes sense. 10, 10. So I decided to make it 10 anyway. So for 30 days, if you have a knee issue, I'm not recommending this. If you have any other issue from a doctor or somebody that's more qualified than me about your anatomical stuff, don't do this. That goes with everything, by the way. That didn't help. Anyway, so it's 10 jumping jacks, 10 squats with both legs, right? I like to do it with the breath. And then 10, I walk around my apartment doing it. I think it's better. If you have a small space, I guess you could do it in place. So that's my new thing. And we'll all see how great our butts and thighs look in 30 days. Hey, Daddy O'Baggins. Wendy, are you down for this? Are your knees good for this? I wanted to order a pizza last night. This person I train with was like, I'm sorry, is it cheat day? I was like, easy. I can't even order a pizza. But I am trying to like get in better shape and like whatever. I was like, "Bro, you know I've, like, struggled with eating disorders my whole life. Chill." He's like, "I'm so sorry, I just realized that." He's like, "No, we're not losing weight, we're sculpting you." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I don't want pizza now anyway." Um, I hope you guys are amazing. So you got it, 10 jumping jacks, old school. You did it in whatever. I think all of us did it. I don't think they stopped jumping jacks yet, right? Um, 10 squats. Make sure to keep your tailbone tucked. Use your core a little. I like to use the breath. So inhale up, exhale down. And then 10. So be 5 on each leg walking. Okay. It sounds like not a lot, but you guys just saw me do it and be like, out of breath. Daddy O'Baggins. No, it's not a promo. It's just something that I want to do. You're a freaking ballerina. I know you are. You ballet my balls all over the place. I have to stop flirting with Wendy. Um, no, this is not a promo. This is just so I made a commitment to teach yoga, like to teach daily yoga on this channel, which was a commitment that was a bit funny if you go back to some of the Sonar yoga videos. Like it was basically somebody that cares about me a lot and wanted me to start teaching yoga again. And like I felt pressured. So there's like one class where I'm literally in my bed teaching. I'm like, bitch, you want me to teach? I'll teach, like that. um, so I'm like teaching like a 45-minute class from my bed in my pillow. It can be funny sometimes. But anyway, I started teaching on the beach. And also, I don't know like how many people are following along at home. If more people want me to start doing that, yeah. But I felt like this was also like just 3 different anatomical movements to do 10 times, 1 time a day minimum. So I did it 3 times already today because I did it twice before I did this. And then I was like, I wanted to invite Sonar to this. It's just like a cool thing. Like, no, it's not a promo. It's just short answer. Sorry. Oh my gosh, Wendy, you remember that yoga class? Well, here's the thing. People don't understand that, like, first of all, I started teaching yoga in 2006. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's 16 fucking years. I've owned 2 studios. I've taught all over the world. I'm not like being like blah, blah, like I'm just saying, like, I noticed from 2006 to I would say like 2011, like the people just became so much more visual. It was 100%. I feel like, yeah, there could be a lot of contributing factors, but um, like I bet if we looked at some kind of like social media graph and like how much people need to see or like feel like they need to see things more than just hear things, I bet it would be, I know the word, you know what I'm saying? I bet like a graph would show like the increase of social media usage, increase of people feeling like they need to see something instead of be able to trust that they can hear something. I get it. There's a lot of teachers that are not seasoned, what's the word I want to use? Experienced in cues and stuff. But by the time I got here in 2011 was so 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm teaching 5 years already then. I'm not even that great. So probably like whatever. My cues got amazing by the time I was like, guys, at Agni would be started 2013. Stop thinking that you have to look at me or anyone else. First of all, if you're looking at someone else, you're probably going to do something wrong because someone else is looking at someone else. Be like 35 people in front of me, all looking around. I'm like, listen to the words they be coming out of my mouth. I'd be working on these cues for a very long time. Where is your right foot? Find the right foot. Okay, we got it. Now let's breathe in. Don't look anywhere. Just take your own right foot to the front of your fucking mat. It would get funny. I mean, after a while, people started to notice that too. I understand that the thinking mind craves visuals and looking at things, but it's such an imbalance to me. And like just being like a yoga teacher, like I've seen it. It's such an imbalance to me of the senses. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm literally I get it. There are not a lot of people, and I'll say this humbly, that are as skilled as me in anatomical cues. But and probably especially in LA. Um, but I'm just like, you guys looking at each other is the blind leading the blind. Really, stop it. You're just creating much more of a problem for me as a teacher. Shut up. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm really appreciative of my positive spirit. People like sometimes, you know what I've noticed? People that like either aren't positive or like just straight up negative, whatever you want to call it. Like even Kevin Brennan said this to me on a podcast one time. He was like, "Actually, you're toxically positive. You have toxic positivity." And I'm like, "No, no, 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 Kevin. I think you just to like lift up in some of the areas of yourself," which I've said to him in person. So I don't say anything behind anyone's back that I haven't either said to their face or would say to their face if they would face me. So that's a rule I've lived by since like high school. Um, Oh, so about being positive. It's the most important thing. Like I can't tell you guys enough. Like when I was at the most like what you would say low or scariest times in my life, when were the times that I felt the most connected to something that was like I don't know, want to say none of this realm, but you know what I mean? Like I remember like not having an address for a very long period of time, doing things that like I would never imagine I would ever have to do for survival. And like just like continuing this like communication with call it God, call it creator of all that's good, call it what you want. But I remember even like and I didn't have a car through all this. And like so in Los Angeles, not to have a car through like not having an apartment or a house or anything, it's like it's really tricky. And especially with me, I'd be like trying to find the best deals on Airbnb that were also walkable, just like with a dog. It was nuts. But like the times when I would like book a place that was like a mile away from the other place, fuck me. Like these bags and it's like huge dog. But I would like look into people's windows, just like walking like from one place to another, whatever. And I would just see like the most random shit, like a light or like books or like just like someone chilling out. And like I just knew, like a really great place was gonna come up for me and that I would be okay. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of people make a mistake of giving up when shit gets tough. And it's I don't know. I mean, I think I have to thank my father for this, but like I've never been that kind of person. It's either like figure out the problem or like suffer through and sort of meditate on it and figure it out. You know what I mean? So um it's the most critical thing in life, I think, is for ourselves to be self-reliant and to understand how not only can we always take care of ourselves, but I truly believe there are forces of good, be it energy, you can see it as like an energy thing, people showing up. Like, I mean, there are times like I thank God I never once slept in a tent or on the street, but there was like a few nights that I was like, all right, so this is happening. And it was like angels would just come in. Like a friend would like text me back from like Dominican Republic, like I'm sending you $500, like go get safe, you know, like stuff that just like should not have happened. I remember one time being in like Santa Monica at an Airbnb paid for, and this girl like decided she wanted to go out or something. So she was like refunding me my money, but it didn't do shit. Like it's like 6 p.m. I was like, I don't have anywhere to go with my dog right now, you know? So sitting on I have these bags and stuff, and I was sitting on a like a stoop, like steps. It was like white steps at this like really pretty Santa Monica apartment building, like around the corner from her. I didn't know what to do, and I had no one to call. And it was like 6 p.m. on like a fucking Saturday, and I'm sitting out there with like Shiva, and like I was just like thinking about like her water and stuff, and I was like, okay, it's like 8 p.m. now. I've texted like every lifeline I have, and then it was like but, like, prayer is another thing, like and I'm not crying 'cause I'm sad, I'm crying because like, sometimes, you know, and I've, like, done a lot of work on, like, letting a lot of this go and, like, understanding, like, I don't need to write a book about what happened that summer. Maybe one day I will, but right now I don't think it's appropriate. But sometimes when I look back or it comes up at all, I just can't believe I even fucking survived, like but I'm telling you, it wasn't just me, like, there were, like people that showed up like constantly. Like every time I think the longest I ever felt like, all right, this is about to get real. Like something would swoop in. You know what I mean? Like someone or something. And I think that's how call it creative all that's good, whatever you want to call it, works, you know? But I think the faith part on our end is critical, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like Osho talks about prayer, and he says like, and I've never felt comfortable. Like it's very rare I'll pray for myself. Like I always pray for other people. My one thing, like since I was little, I used to say Father, Son, Holy Spirit. That's just a Catholic thing, which I kind of think is weird because I think there's something with the upside down cross. Recently, I went like this, dun, 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 like to cancel it out, just in case. Um, but my connection to a higher power is not through a church or a religion. But I used to say, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, please protect, dear God, please forgive me for my sins. If I die in my sleep, I pray to you, my soul to keep. Please take care of my mother, my father, my sister, and my brother. Like I went on with all those family members. I don't do that anymore. um, but I pray for other people a lot. Oh, and even then, prayer wasn't like, God, give me a house, or like, God, get me out of this situation. Maybe that happened a few times, actually. I don't know. But it was more like I was grounded in gratitude for what I knew was going to come. Does that make sense? Even though I couldn't touch it, I couldn't feel it. There was literally no logical reason that I should ever think I'd be safe in Venice for almost 3 years now, 3 years ago. Um, but I am. And I just get safer and happier and stronger and more stable and more healed every single day. So that's how that goes. Hi, Sumati. Okay, Sumati. So if you see from the beginning, we're starting a thing. If our knees are okay, we're going to do 10 jumping jacks a day. I demonstrated them at the beginning. 10 squats, like both leg squats. I like to do it with the breath, obviously, as you know. And then 10, well, I demonstrated it. You'll see. So that's our thing. And if you are sonar and you don't, if your knees are not, if it's not appropriate for your knees, then email me and I'll give you like some core exercises and stuff. Okay. I love you. I didn't really mean to go on a tangent. I just wanted to share the new, I don't want to call it like a challenge, but I was just thinking like we'll get our heartbeats up, you know? It's something that my trainer, he was like, do 5, 5, 5 a day. And I'm like, did I look that out of shape, bro? But the 5 didn't even make sense for the walking one, right? Because then you'd be doing 3 on one leg. So I was like, shouldn't it be like 10, 10, 10? All right, guys, I love you so much. I've been through brutal times too. Has to make you stronger. Yes. So everyone goes through shit. I've never met a person on this planet that hasn't been through stuff. We all have different processes and journeys and ways of handling it. I've been the most, I was going to say disgraceful, but that's not the word I'm going to use. I have lacked grace in 90% of the way that I've reacted to stuff in the last 5 years. But at the same time, and that's just me being grounded in accountability. But at the same time, it's like when I look back, and we've talked a lot about like angels and stuff here, like, why did I always feel like I had to be so nice? And I wasn't that, like, for the circumstances, it really wasn't that disgraceful. I'll watch the beginning. Yeah, we're gonna do like it's just a fun thing. Oh man, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go too. I mean, I gotta go off this computer. We don't know what we know until we know it. We don't know what we know until we know it. I love that. And the thing I'm going to repeat again, because it's been super helpful for me, is something that Sloan shared. I love myself unconditionally. I accept myself unconditionally, even when I don't understand myself. That on that. So, like, I guess just in sum, like to wrap up, behavior, and we have to just like let go of what people think. Like I was thinking about some of the, let's see, backlashes or reactions I've had lately. But it's like, okay, did that work for you, Ash? Did you get your point across, or do you feel like that was a proper expansion of your time and energy? That kind of thing. And we don't have to beat ourselves up about it. You know what I mean? Like I have a personality that is my personality. And it's been there you go. I've spiked maybe a few more spikes than I had like before my dad passed and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that I would be a lot more, I don't know, Whitney's haters like to call me crazy or whatever. I would have been a lot crazier, a lot um, out of alignment with what is peace and balance. And I always remember Sumati said anger is an energy. Like, do I want to roll with anger? No, like, no, I'd rather have happiness energy or joy energy, right? Osho said, anywhere you go with joy, you cannot go wrong. But sorry, I lost my train of thought and I'm like thinking about going to the pool. I think I was saying, I don't know what I was saying. Probably not too important. Bye. And like, yeah, just be like loving. Oh, I was going to say, so regarding the situation some of you guys know about upstairs, regarding my sister, I have reacted in ways that have made me feel, because first of all, like everyone's different. Everyone goes through stuff and we all have different circumstances around us too. So I have thankfully a lot of great friends that I can like bounce stuff off of, but I don't like speak to one blood relative, not one. So it's like sometimes I'm like, okay, and I don't want my friends to tell me things are okay if they're not, even though I don't really have friends like that. Or to tell me that like my behavior is okay if it's not, like so. But more than that, it's like, Ashley, is your behavior okay with you? Is what the words that you say or said out loud, is that okay with you? And I'm telling you guys, there is so much more I would say and do. So, and I'm not saying that as a threat. I'm saying like I don't even like how much I have said and done with certain things. But when I look at it without thinking about how other people think of me, fucking strangers, people I don't speak to, whatever, and then how I feel about me, I'm not off. I'm not off. You know? I love you, Samati. I love you, Wendy. Is Angela here? Okay, bye, guys. Thanks for being here. 10, 10, 10. And Samati, I was saying we'll check out how our asses and thighs look in 30 days. Which wolf? Oh, which wolf will I feed? Yep, I love that story. Somebody told me that story was like programming. I was like, that's stupid. So the wolf story, if you don't know it, is that everyone has, it's like a little boy and he asks his dad, like, does the good wolf or the bad wolf? It's something like that. I think it starts with like a little boy asking his father, but everyone has a good wolf and a bad wolf on their shoulders. I don't know for this exact story. That would be like some heavy, strong shoulders for two wolves, right? But it's like, and the son, I think, asked the father, which one will survive, the good wolf or the bad wolf? And I think the father says to the son, the one you feed. So feed the good wolf, right? It's Native American. Yeah, I told someone that, and they're like, no, that's like the matrix. I'm like, I don't think it is. It's not like a red, blue. We've talked a lot about self-mastery being at 0.0, right? So there is always going to be pick right, left, blue. What's the other color? Red, black, white, male, female. They always want us to be picking stuff. Self-mastery is in the middle. All right, guys. I love you.